Well, grab your popcorn, folks, because we're about to dive into the wild and wacky journey of the Greek freak himself, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, seriously, try saying that name 5 times fast. I dare you. Now, most NBA hotshots start dribbling a basketball before they even master the art of walking. Not Giannis, though. The guy was just chilling until he hit the ripe age of 13 and thought, you know what, I should give this basketball thing a try. Talk about a fashionably late entrance into the world of hoops. But wait, rewind a bit. Before he was posterizing opponents in the NBA, Giannis was making waves in the thrilling world of the Greek second division. Yeah, it's not exactly the glitzy high-performance colleges of the USA, but hey, everyone's got to start somewhere. Fast forward to 2020, and our man Giannis is not just making headlines. He's signing a contract that probably has more zeros than my bank account. Standing at a lofty 2.11 meters, that's 6'11" for my fellow non-metric buddies. He's not just reaching for the hoops, he's reaching for the stars. But hold on, rewind even further. Before the NBA glamour, before the Supermax contracts, Giannis was out there in the streets of Athens, Greece, selling goods just to make ends meet. If that's not a classic rags to riches story, I don't know what is. I mean, my biggest hustle at 13 was convincing my mom to increase my weekly allowance. And now, as the Greek freak barrels through the NBA, he's got his sights set on the elusive league title. It's like watching a superhero movie where the underdogs get bitten by radioactive basketball and suddenly become unstoppable. Hollywood, take notes. So as we cheer for Giannis and his Bucks, let's not forget the journey that took him from the Greek streets to the NBA's most lucrative player. It's the kind of story that makes you believe in the power of a three-pointer and a dream. Keep shooting, Giannis. Both hoops and life goals. Well, buckle up for the roller coaster ride of Giannis Antetokounmpo's childhood. It's a story that goes from selling sunglasses to slam dunks. Born in the mid-90s in the Greek capital, Giannis and his 3 brothers were like a basketball squad in the making. I mean, they practically had a starting lineup right there. Giannis, Thanasis, Kostas, and Alex. They were a family team, but here's the plot twist. They were never officially recognized as Greek citizens. Yeah, it turns out bureaucracy can be a real party pooper. So, with no citizenship to call their own, the Antetokounmpo crew found themselves in a bit of a pickle. Giannis' mom, Veronica, was hustling as a babysitter, and his dad, Charles, was the neighborhood handyman. Money wasn't exactly pouring in, so Giannis and Thanasis took to the mean streets of Athens selling bags and sunglasses. Forget lemonade stands. These kids were running a high-end accessory emporium on the sidewalk. Life wasn't exactly a walk in the park for the Antetokounmpos. They faced multiple housing evictions, and on top of that, they were dealing with some not-so-friendly vibes from certain folks who weren't exactly rolling out the welcome mat. But hey, adversity is just another word for the prelude to an epic comeback. Now here's where the plot thickens. In the midst of the chaos, enter Spiros Veleniatis, a local basketball coach with a keen eye for potential. He looked at the 13-year-old Giannis and probably saw a future MVP in the making. So he convinced Veronica that basketball was the way to go, the ticket out of their struggles. And guess what? She said, let's do this. Fast forward a bit, and the Antetokounmpo brothers weren't just dribbling on the streets. They were tearing it up on the court. Basketball became their escape, their salvation from the struggles of daily life. Forget football, hoops is where the magic happened. By 2010, Giannis and Thanasis were making waves in the Greek second division. That's right, from selling sunglasses to slamming dunks, the Antetokounmpos were turning their lives around, one basketball court at a time. And so, the Greek freak journey began. Not on the red carpet, but on the gritty streets of Athens. Talk about a hoops dream that turned into a slam dunk reality. The plot thickens, and the Antetokounmpo saga takes a turn for the heartwarming. It's like a feel-good movie with a Greek twist. So there we have Giannis, shooting hoops and making scouts from Europe to America raise their eyebrows. But oh, the drama. In 2013, he decides to throw his hat in the NBA draft ring, ready to take his big leap. Only hitch, his stateless status made him as immobile as a rock on the court. Talk about a buzzer beater block to his dreams. But lo and behold, a month later, a Greek miracle happens. Giannis and Thanasis get their hands on those golden Greek papers. No more stateless status, no more passport roadblocks. The Antetokounmpos were officially home, and they even had a shiny new surname, Antetokounmpo. They went from being the kids on the block with no official identity to the darlings of the Greek basketball community. Coach Veleniatis, the guy who spotted Giannis' potential in the first place, was basically a basketball wizard. He said, "Hey, this game is your golden ticket," and boy was he right. At the 2013 NBA draft, Thanasis was probably more excited than a kid in a candy store, waving that Greek flag like he just won a gold medal in flag waving. The Milwaukee Bucks took a gamble on Giannis, a guy with just 5 years of basketball under his belt. But hey, when you've got a 2.11 meter frame, speed that defies the laws of physics, and the hands that can do magic with a basketball, you become the Greek freak. It's like they dipped him in a vat of basketball superpowers before sending him onto the court. Fast forward a bit, and the Bucks gamble turned into the steal of a century. Giannis wasn't just scoring baskets, he was scoring MVP titles and leading the Bucks to the playoffs like a basketball messiah. In 2018-2019, he even became the first Bucks player since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to be crowned the league MVP. Cue the confetti and emotional acceptance speeches. And because this story needed more family feels, Giannis got to share the court with his brother Thanasis. It's like a family reunion on hardwood. Meanwhile, Kostas was out there winning NBA championship rings with the LA Lakers. Talk about a full house of basketball talent. Now they're not just ballers, they're YouTube stars too. The Antetokounmpo trio from the USA, with a cameo from the Spanish court, regularly drop content on their channel. It's a wholesome mix of basketball, music, and probably some hilarious sibling banter. From selling sunglasses on the street to shooting hoops on the world stage, the Antetokounmpos have come a long way. Who says basketball can't turn a Cinderella story into a slam dunk fairy tale? Well, strap in, folks, because Giannis Antetokounmpo is not here to make friends. He's here to collect trophies and break records like he's playing a game of basketball Pokemon. So what's the secret sauce to Giannis' success? According to him, it's as simple as a layup. Be better than the last year. No matter if you've already got a trophy or you're left trophyless, it's like he's in a constant competition with himself. And spoiler alert, he's winning. And let's talk about his off-season game plan. While others might be out there cozying up with LeBron James and having a brunch with the ballers, Giannis is on a different level. He's not there to make buddies. He's here to make history. I hate that. I don't want opponents to see me as buddy-buddy with them. Quoted by Giannis. We'll excuse him for not wanting to exchange cookie recipes with his rivals. But hold on, because there's an exception to the anti-buddy rule. Enter Kobe Bryant. After the Lakers legend hung up his sneakers, Giannis didn't waste a second. He jumped at the chance to soak in the Mamba mentality. Kobe taught him to play the game with the fascination of a kid, and it worked like a charm. Now he's not just a league MVP. He's also got the Defensive Player of the Year award tucked under his giant wings. The only other guy who ever did that by age 25? Oh, just a guy named Michael Jordan. Ever heard of him? And then there's the big payday. In December 2020, Giannis signs the mother of all contracts, the Supermax. It's like winning the lottery, but instead of a giant check, it's a staggering $228.2 million for a 5-year deal. Yeah, it's enough to make your wallet cry. But for the Bucks, it's a small price to pay for a man they call him the face of the NBA. It's not just about winning games. It's about selling shirts, recruiting talent, and turning Milwaukee into a basketball capital of the universe. So while some teams struggle to keep their star players from packing their bags, Milwaukee did what Cleveland couldn't do with LeBron. Giannis isn't just a basketball player. He's a walking, dunking, and money-making machine. The Bucks hit the jackpot, and now they're not just in the game, they're running the show. And that, my friends, is how you turn slam dunks into dollar signs. Let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks 2020 to 2021 roller coaster ride. After some serious team Tetris during the offseason, everyone and their grandma expected a bit of an adjustment period. Losing 3 out of the first 5 games, it seemed like the Bucks were playing musical chairs and struggling to find their rhythm. Away games were like a horror movie marathon, and chemistry, well, let's just say it was on a vacation. But fear not, because the Bucks did what any self-respecting team does. They turned the ship around. With new recruits, Bobby Portis, DJ Augustin, and Bryn Forbes finding their groove, and Giannis Antetokounmpo dusting off his early season rust, the Bucks went from uh-oh to watch out. And they clawed their way back to second in the Eastern Conference, eyeing that sweet spot behind the Philadelphia 76ers. Michael Budenholzer's crew is on the upswing, and every move they make is under the microscope. I mean, when you're the team with the profile of the Bucks, it's like playing chess on a board made of social media and hyper-analysis. Now let's talk Olympics. Giannis isn't just a one-man team. He's got his eyes on boosting Greece's basketball game too. After missing out on a golden ticket to Tokyo 2020, Greece is aiming for redemption at the Olympics qualifying tournament in Victoria, Canada. Picture this, Giannis soaring over defenders while sipping maple syrup? Now that's a Canadian dream. But hey, it's not a walk in the park. China and the Canadian powerhouse stand in their way. Oh, and there's that tiny detail. Giannis might be in a bit of a scheduling pickle with the NBA playoffs. No pressure grease. And now, let's not forget the legacy talk. The fact that a non-American dude is turning heads as the NBA's alpha dog is like a basketball fairy tale. And Giannis isn't just a Greek freak on the court, he's a symbol of the NBA's global takeover. His story is the stuff of legends, triumph, adversity, and the touch of humility. Despite demanding perfection on the court, Giannis is basically everyone's laid-back buddy off it. He might not be craving the spotlight, but loyalty has already crowned him Milwaukee's favorite son. Move over, cheeseheads, there's a new king in town, and his name is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Whoa, slow down there. Giannis isn't just playing basketball. He's out here collecting accolades like they're going out of style. It's like he's got an award shelf at home that's bigger than most people's apartments. Let's break it down. We're talking 5 all-defensive team nods, a guy practically sleeps with a basketball in one hand and a defensive playbook in the other. And don't even let me get started on the 7 all-NBA selections. It's like an annual tradition for him. He kicked off his career with a bang, landing a spot on the all-rookie team. Rookie? More like rookie sensation. But wait, there's more. How about NBA Defensive Player of the Year? It's like telling opponents, thou shall not pass. And don't think he's just chilling on defense. The guy went and snagged the NBA's Most Improved Player award too. I mean, improving on excellence, is there anything this man can't do? Now let's talk MVP. Not once, but twice. It's like he's got the MVP switch that he toggles on whenever he feels like it. And if you're wondering about Player of the Month, he's got 8 of those on his resume. Yeah, 8. That's more than most people have birthdays in a year. Oh, and did I mention he's practically the NBA's favorite crush every week? 13 times he's been named Player of the Week. That's more weeks at the top than your favorite TV show. But hold on, because there's the grand finale. NBA Finals Most Valuable Player. It's like winning an Oscar for Best Basketball Performance. So when Giannis walks onto the court, it's not just a game. It's a one-man award ceremony. The guy's got more accolades than I have jokes. I'm not even lying, and that's saying something. Keep collecting those trophies, Giannis. The rest of us will just be over here trying to remember where we left our car keys. Hey, it's your host, Sanad. Thank you for tuning in within the hoop, and I'll see you next time.